pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series live on JTN from the magnificent, the beautiful, the picturesque Pocono Raceway here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. We're so glad you joined us here tonight on JTN. My name is JoeTowNetwork. I'll be leading you through tonight's coverage here, and joining me here in the booth tonight for his first of 3 Thursday nights in a row. He's pulling 3 in a row, folks. You know him. You love him. He's got the best voice here on JTN by a mile. The one and only Mr. Chris Pickett. Chris, welcome back to the JTN booth, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it, Joe. Glad to be with you here at Pocono. Beautiful track, as you said, the tricky triangle, 3 different corners, 3 different radiuses and bankings. Gonna be a lot of fun with the BSR guys tonight here.
You mentioned it right there. 3 different corners, throwing it back to 3 very, very special racetracks. Let's start with the one that everyone knows, though. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's the tunnel turn, affectionately, or maybe not so affectionately known. Turn number 2. It's the fastest corner on the racetrack, Chris. It's the weirdest. It's got a big bump through the center of it because of that tunnel. The tunnel turn oftentimes is one of those tricky spots that these drivers will have to navigate around the tricky triangle.
And we call it the trouble turn sometimes as well. You try and get as much speed as you can through that corner, but if your car's not working exactly right, you can get into trouble real easy across that corner. I personally, I kind of disagree with you a little bit, Joe. I think turn 3 is the key of this track, though. The Milwaukee corner. That one is got more. You've got to get that corner just right because you got the longest straightaway on the track. In fact, in all of NASCAR on the front straightaway, and you want to get as much speed as you can going down to turn 1. Turn 3, I think, is the key to this track tonight.
Milwaukee Mile, another one of those historic racetracks, the oldest paved racetrack in the United States. It might even be across the world, at least the oldest oval. But Chris,
I believe you.
Hey, I said it so convincingly, right?
You did.
I mean, you do a good job of framing turn 3, but folks, we got 3 corners here, only 3, and turn number 1, of course, modeled after the now defunct Trenton Speedway, a big banked corner. You're going to be carrying almost 200 miles per hour down into that corner. If you're lucky enough to get that good run off of turn 3, you have to drop 40 miles per hour through the center. You're looking at 160 as the tires go down, somewhere in the 145 mile per hour range. Turn number 1 can be really sneaky. A lot of drivers often overlook it because it has the most banking, Chris. But, I mean, really, a lot of these drivers, this is the only place they see it nowadays, right? We don't go to Trenton anymore.
Exactly, the old kidney track, and that corner. I mean, it's so you've got the most banking on the track going into turn 1, so you think you can overdrive it more than you actually can because your car's set up to go through 2 and 3 because they're flatter. So you're going into turn 1 with so much speed, but you basically have a short track setup going into turn 1. So you think you can get through that corner so much faster than you actually can because of the banking, but once you get there, it just feels like the car just rolls over on the right front. It just wants to just do basically whatever it wants to do through the middle of the corner, and it can be very hair-raising going from that, like you said, from that 200 down to about 160 in the middle of the corner on fresh tires, slower as you get further into the run. That corner, yeah, it can definitely cause some hair-raising moments going into that corner, especially if you're 2 and 3 wide going into that corner off the front stretch.
Folks, can you believe we've done this entire open without a script? Remember, this is your Auto Sim 2 race preview. Remember, you can check out Auto Sim 2 now. It's available on Steam. It's the premier motorsports text-based simulated racing game. Again, that's Auto Sim 2, now available on Steam for $9.99. You can go check it out now. And when you do, you help support us here on JTN. So again, as always, we appreciate you so much. Again, that's Auto Sim 2 on Steam. 70 laps here tonight. We're looking at about 52 second. We're in the 52.5 second bracket for our pole time, it would look like, or at least provisionally. You see those qualifying results across the top of your screens right now. We're going to see some fall off. We know we can go about 18 to 21 laps on a tank of Sunoco Racing fuel here tonight, Chris, but you know, that kind of puts us at one of these really weird numbers. You have some room to wiggle. Maybe you only go 15 laps on a run. Maybe you go a little bit further. You try to stretch out the fuel. How important is pitch strategy, though, going to be here tonight? And what about those cautions that are ever so pesky here on Thursday nights?
So basically, pit strategy is you do not want to run out of gas on this track. And if you've been watching my recent races anytime on Fast 29, you'll notice you do not want to run out of gas. But it's this track, if you run out of gas, especially going into turn one, and you've got to coast all the way around, your race is over. So I think we might see some guys not try to stretch it all the way to that end, because we've been hearing roughly around 19 to 20 laps is basically all they can get out of this tank of fuel. So I could definitely see some short pitting. Obviously, if you think you can get away with possibly stretching it out to get one less stop in, that's going to be an advantage. I don't really see with the length of the race tonight. I don't see that really happening, though. But yellows can definitely play a role.
Managing the tires, too, here tonight going to be important. We talked about it. This flat turn number 3, or turns 5 and 6, depending on how you number your corners.
Or as NASCAR Chasm was saying, WTF on Twitter.
No F-bombs tonight.
No.
Ricky did that on Tuesday. No F-bombs tonight. But yeah, tires are also going to be something that we're going to watch tonight. How important will it be to, maybe if you short pit, maybe you can gain a little bit of time here on one of these runs. Draft going to play a key role too. It's what you want to see here at Bomb Squad. We get it every Thursday night. That's why you got to go to bombsquadracing.net if you want to get in on the action. You can stay up to date with points there as well across all 3 of Premier BSR Racing Series here. Wednesday nights with the trucks. Obviously tonight live each and every week with Cup Series on JTN, and Friday night with the NXS15 Series, or the Xfinity Series, as they call it, and I should have called it there. But Chris, qualifying is completed. We're in happy hour. I feel like I've delayed this long enough. You ready to take us through tonight's starting lineup?
I'll be glad to, Joe. Ricky J is on the pole with a 52.456 lap. Tyler Mallon alongside on the front row with a 52.588. Cody Luke and BSR Nelly in row 2. Jason San Diego and Steve Grant in row 3. BSR Terry Scott and Silver Bullet, row 4. Magoo and Ken Hansen in row 5. Brain Fade and Monty Keller in row 6. McDaddy and Dotson round out your field. Sean Dotson in the, I can't tell because we're in there too, sorry, in the 14th position. And that is your field tonight in BSR at Pocono. Yo.
All right, I got one correction for you, Chris.
Did I say something wrong again?
It's Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy. I knew that.
I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mac Daddy. You can smack me later. It's okay. He didn't take a time, though, so it's okay.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He won, Mac Daddy, Keith, he won Tuesday night over with our friends at Hobo from New Hampshire, so going to be looking for another good...
That was a good race.
It was. It was a very good race. Now, tire wear was really important in that one. We saw it last week, or not tire wear, track position was really important. We saw that last week here with the guys at Bomb Squad last Thursday, too, so... yeah, I mean, just good strategy call at the end. Got some cautions to kind of help alleviate some of the stress. And if you're one of these drivers here tonight, you don't want any cautions because, boy howdy, caution flags tonight, they will be long if we get them with how big this racetrack is running under pace speed. But, yeah, Chris, I'm just excited that we're here in Pocono. We're at a unique racetrack. If anyone has ever watched JTN or, tunes in with us on the Fake Racers podcast over on JTN2, my big saying is unique racetracks are good. Pocono is one of the most unique.
Oh, yes. It's a triangle. There's no other racetrack like this anywhere. It's great.
Now, who's going to be right and who's going to be obtuse here tonight? That's the real question.
That was not a a cute joke there, Joe.
I'm trying to think. Are there any other? Those are the only
Any
three.
other triangle jokes?
No. Isosceles? I don't know what we can do with that.
I always thought Isosceles sounded like a Greek tragic guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Socrates. Well, not Socrates was a scientist.
He's a philosopher.
Yeah, whatever those are. Shows how
Tragic.
much I paid attention in English. My grade reflected that too.
Chris, you're not supposed to discount your abilities here in the booth, buddy.
Oh, that has nothing to do with my abilities in the booth. But sometimes when I'm in the booth, it does become a Greek tragedy. So I guess it does kind of come with the territory, I guess. I kind of brushed up on my behind-the-scenes stuff today. I didn't tell you about this, Joe, but the 1997 Indianapolis 500 was the first race that I ever really watched back to, like, front to back, because it got postponed to a Tuesday, which I thought was weird when I was a kid. And they have uploaded on YouTube the raw satellite feed of that race.
Oh.
So you hear all the background stuff, like all the guys talking to each other and everything. And I learned a couple of really interesting things. First, Jack Arute, not a very pleasant guy. And number two, they love to just screw around with each other. It was in between commercial breaks. It was kind of fun.
What did Jack Arute do?
He was very pushy when it came to like trying to say things on the air.
Okay.
And they actually had to, like, Paul Page actually had to, like, be like, "Hey, Jack, can you not bring that up? That'd be great." That's not my best Paul Page impression.
Can you
That's
shut up?
Yeah, pretty much. That was about what it was. At one point, it really was that. Yeah.
Shut up, Jack.
So in case Joe just randomly pushes his mute button, you'll know what happened. I think we're getting ready to get this show on the road, Joe.
We are. We're gonna get behind our Dodge Charger pace car. It's blue tonight. Hopefully, it doesn't change colors here. Never know, though.
Looks blue to me. Pretty color.
It is a pretty color.
I do like the Bomb Squad racing, doing the full pace lap. That it just adds to the start, getting the anticipation going.
Yeah. Are you anticipating?
I'm always anticipating. Turn one coming off this front straightaway. Want to make sure the command came in. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. Coming into turn one on this front straightaway first lap, I mean, it could be calm, cool, collected, just 2x2, or they could go 6-7 wide if they want to. So it's gonna be exciting.
So Ricky J and Tyler Mallon, we've seen them battle all season long. They're going to line up on the front row here tonight. Cody Luke, off of another good performance last week at New Hampshire, going to be in third with Nelly to his outside. And rounding out your top five tonight, going to be the 022 of Jason San Diego, one of our top three finishers on Tuesday night over at New Hampshire. Steve Grant and his teammate going to line up there in sixth. On row number 4 in the seventh spot, it's the 66 of Terry Scott with Silver Bullet in the 4, Crown Royal Chevrolet in position number 8. Rounding out your top 10 here tonight on the inside of row number 5, the 144 of Magoo and the 9 of Ken Hansen. Then rounding out your field on row number 6, it's the 49 Dodge Dart of Brain Fade and the 028 of Monty Keller with the ASR Mac Daddy. Rounding out your field of 13 here tonight from the Tricky Triangle. 70 laps on the docket. 175 miles here tonight. That math is correct. Yes. Yes, it is. 175.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. I trust you. Again, it sounded good. Be confident.
It was good until I wasn't confident in myself, Chris. That's my biggest weakness. I'm not confident in myself.
Should have told me to bring my calculator up. We would have had this. We'd been fine. We're never doing this without a script again, Joe.
No. I ain't gonna make people think we have a script.
That's true. We did good until just now.
Well, they're about to These guys out here about to make our jobs a whole lot easier. Ricky J leading us to green. Tyler Mellon, Cody Luke Deli, Jason San Diego getting ready to go green here from Pocono. We're underway in Pennsylvania.
Pretty calm start going into turn 1.
Well, some jostling towards the back of the field to get to the outside line, side by side for the lead. Ricky J, though, going to be able to pull clear here off of turn number 2. Takes the top spot from Tyler Mellon. Cody Luke slots into third. Jason San Diego and Nelly, your top 5. Jason able to get the spot there on the 103.
Like everybody's kind of minding their P's and Q's going into the tunnel turn. Everybody got to single file pretty quick. Tunnel turn's not really where you want to be side by side, so great job everybody getting into single file going through there on the first lap.
Going into 3, Brain Fade makes a pass there on Magoo for position. Big check up, Mac Daddy up the racetrack.
Silver Bullet slid up there as well,
Magoo,
come off 3.
Gonna get turned by Monty Keller.
Oh.
Caution gonna be out for the first time tonight. The 144 and 028 collide off of turn number 3.
Looked like Magoo got a little bit loose just past where the access road ends there, and he was trying to save it, and unfortunately Monty Keller was right on his back bumper and turned him around.
Get a replay here. You saw the 144 losing the spot to the 49, but as Chris said, gets loose there, and Monty Keller, he can't check up. Runs to the back.
He got loose even before that, like right where the curbing ends back there. He got loose way back there and was just trying to save it all the way around the rest of that corner there.
And it's tough to save it down there because it's flat, right?
Absolutely. You just, once it unloads, it's just done at that point. That's all you can say. This is
Throw
done.
your hands up. It's over.
I give up.
Well, Chris, this gives us a good opportunity to catch up a little bit. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. It's been kind of calm here for the most part. Just trying to, get one day at a time with work and everything, and trying to avoid the heat. We're going to be getting a bunch of it where I'm at here in the next week or so, but we've been kind of fighting the humidity the last week or so, and it's been not the greatest when your T-shirt changes colors 3 times during the day, and it's not supposed to. But you got some changes coming up, don't you?
Yeah, we're JTN Studios are moving from Ann Arbor end of next week, so yeah, big changes coming up here. Gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see how the move goes, and then I think I mentioned it at the top of the show, but you've got you're on for the next 3 weeks, including tonight. So you'll be leading next week because we'll be packing up the studio here, and Bristol and I are gonna have to kind of lead the foray there, and then the following week we're on vacation. So yes, very very interesting times ahead here for JTN Central as we move to a different city in Michigan.
Well, for better or for worse, we'll hold the fort down while you're gone.
Yes. Well, good thing is I'll be back, and Bristol will be back that Sunday. We'll pull up our upcoming races here on. That's not the right graphic. Hold on. There we go. That's the right graphic. So Hobo Racing Cup Series action going to come your way July 25th. That's this upcoming Tuesday right here at Pocono. Then next week, as I mentioned, Chris and Mr. Joseph Weaver are going to be on the call from Richmond Raceway, our second trip to Richmond for the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, July 27th. And then I will be back. Sounds like it'll be Dewey Schramm on the call as we go to the Charlotte Dirt Track with the Fast Renegade Cup Series, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, July 30th. Those races and much, much more, of course, going to be live right here only on JTN. Also, Maverick Cup Series returns that following Tuesday. I know there's been a lot of folks that might have been missing their Maverick Night in America. I believe we're at Road America that week. So,
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I guess can we throw a Fast 29 plug out there real fast?
Of course.
So USRL is finishing up the NR portion of their schedule this weekend, and we will be running the last Wheeling Series race on NR tomorrow night at Rockingham. So we're looking forward to doing that. So you're more than welcome to check us out at Fast 29 Network on YouTube and see how good or bad that goes for me.
I was gonna say they don't have any plans for either of us for Saturday night, do they?
No, I haven't heard anything. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that. I would have thought they would have at least pulled you in for that final one. I think they're at Homestead, aren't they?
I assume they're at Homestead.
Race on Saturday, I think. Yeah, I hadn't raced since February in hardly anything. Came back and finished top 5 in like 4 races in a row, led in every one of them. Last 2 weeks have not been great for the 29, so we're not finishing out as strongly as I would like. But Rockingham's not really my strong point either, so we'll have to see how it goes. But check us out tomorrow night, and you might get surprised. Who knows?
Now the question is, do we pull out one of the old Team Twansky cars Saturday night for some reason, even though we haven't never run one in the USRL Cup Series?
Decisions to be made.
Got me thinking now.
Yeah, there's a lot of dust on them things, bud. You sure?
Well, I mean, I remember Sean getting a big win at Michigan one time to put himself into the playoffs one year on JTN, and Ricky had some success last season.
He did, yes.
As well as Sean.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Sean had several good runs last year.
Oh, of course. Sean Whitehill's a fantastic race car driver.
Absolutely. Is that the old 93 that you'd be digging out?
Oh, I wish. I don't know. See, here's the thing. Folks out there, they're like, why are you even talking about this right now? Because we're under caution, folks. Jason San Diego leaves, Steve Grant, Silver Bullet, Ken Hansen, Mac Daddy, they all take advantage of the caution. They stay out. They're going to grab some track position here. Save some fuel, too. You see it watching them clutch. So, 93 has been my number forever. All right? Just, I don't know why. That's my number. Everyone's got their number, right?
Dave Blaney, let's go.
Sure. But back in the day, we got moved around to some different teams, had to switch some numbers around, had to do different things. I ran 90 one year for like half a season before I get my 93 back. So we did that dealio at one point, and then we moved to a different team and had to run the 41 and then the 25 for half a season, then just got let go for no reason. Still mad about that, Randall.
Oh.
But then we moved back to under our own roof, rebranded the team, Team Twansky. That's how it came known to be. And I was running the 2 for a long time, Chris. And yeah, but pretty sure someone has the 2 over there in the Cup Series. So,
well, I don't know who does right now. I know who had it, but I don't think they have it anymore.
So, but
what? Look that up.
Those have been my 2 numbers.
Nice.
Can't run either of them over at Fast anymore, even if I wanted to. Thanks, Zach and Ricky. Jay.
Oh, I thought they retired it.
Yeah. They should, honestly.
I don't have that good of a storied career when it comes to my online racing like that, because I've only raced in the USRL.
I don't either, Chris. Yeah. I don't either. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about being an announcer and trying to give yourself some clout. You gotta act like you're a big deal. I'm a big deal.
But when people know me, they've seen me. You can go on Fast 29
Thank you, Zach.
Rewatch it. No. There's nothing there. My 2 IndyCar wins. That's it.
Hey. There's 2 more IndyCar wins than I have.
Hey, they were good races, too. Very proud of them. Hey, we're coming to green here, coming into Milwaukee corner here.
Well,
turn 4 or whatever this is.
Maybe on one final note. Ever since we started JTN, I think I've raced a handful of times. Oh, I did run the 93 over at USRL because I was in ARCA. Never mind.
Yes, that's how I knew about the 93.
Yeah. There we go. Got a pretty good-looking car from our friends at M2 Designs, Mikey Rada. Go check him out. But anyways, as you said, we're coming back green. Jason San Diego's got control. We should be talking about Team Speedland. They're celebrating an anniversary this year. They got both cars out front in the win. San Diego, Grant, Silver Bullet, Hansen, and Mac Daddy are top 5 coming to lap 6 of 70. Green flag, we're back underway.
push down the front straightaway going into turn 1.
One playing nice down into the first corner there. Now things get a little hectic towards the back. Terry Scott up the hill. Cody Luke goes on by. Off of corner number 1. Now Ken Hansen 3 wide.
All the way to the grass.
Have good tires behind you. Gotta go if you're the 9. He gets up to second there. Through turn 1, Mac Daddy up the track through the tunnel. Tyler Mellon to the inside. Ricky J now going to get down there as well. 28 drops back in line. Silver Bullet going to lose a spot now to the 18. And here comes the 193. Has to jump on the brakes down into corner 3.
Fresh tires, you got to take advantage of them while you've got them. Although there was only, 3 or 4 laps of green flag there before
No.
Or
Only a lap, Chris. Yeah.
I can't count. That was a long caution. I'm sorry.
It was. It was. Listen.
The caution was longer than the green flag run. But, I mean, even, just that little bit, you're already seeing that the new tires are already kind of playing a little bit of a role as Ricky J's trying to move back up to the field following Mallon. You can see how much speed they're trying to carry through the tunnel turn there, Joe. We saw Mac Daddy on that initial restart lap there kind of overdrive it. You're just trying to get as much speed as...
Oh, 4-car in the wall.
That was close. Good job of keeping it up there and not getting anybody else involved, but he's pancaked the whole side of that Crown Royal Chevy. He's got loose going into turn 3 there, Joe. No contact.
Nelly makes some contact off of turn number 1. Had to get my bearings back about me. Jason San Diego, though, he's pulled away from this. The rest of the field, the rest of the top 5. Now Ken Hansen in second. Steve Grant, Tyler Mallon, Ricky J. Gonna watch this battle for 4th heat up. The 18 and 193 are championship favorites. 1 and 2 in the points. And well, Chris, I mean, each and every week you're racing around the same person. How frustrating is that?
You kind of get tired of seeing the same back bumper every time or the same front bumper in your mirror every time. But you kind of start learning each other's tendencies as we're under yellow.
Silver Bullet slow in turn number 3. Looks like he just goes around by himself. Get you that replay.
That's where he had the trouble a lap ago. Almost the exact same spot of the corner, too, and this time it got away from him.
Brings out our second caution of the night.
But going back to that point, you kind of get a feel for each other's tendencies, too, and then you kind of use up your bag of tricks because now you've been around each other for so many different races, so many different times. You kind of get a feel for how each other races, and you kind of lose that edge you might have had on them.
You ever, maybe are you trying to save things, or when you're racing that person, it gets to the point where it's so frustrating, you're just always trying to beat them. You'll do anything at all costs.
Depends on who it is. Okay. I mean, honestly, it just kind of depends on how they've raced you in the past, and you just you got that notebook in the back of your mind,
And working our second caution of the night here, lap 9 of 70.
It's a pretty day out here, Joe.
It is. It's very nice. Sounds like it, knock on wood, got some picture-perfect weather this weekend at Pocono for the NASCAR Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series. At least no rain.
That's a plus for everybody, I think, at this point. Even SRX had rainouts. I mean, what the heck? Talking earlier, it's like, if you need rain, just schedule an auto race.
22 Jason San Diego. Looked like he had some issues there on pit lane. Saw a couple 9, the 011 all kind of drive around him. Wonder if they didn't have the tax set right. How's the field down pit lane?
Tyler Mallon with a 2-tire stop.
We'll run the race off of pit road. Hansen second. Jason San Diego looks to still have third, although Ricky
Barely
J.
edged out the 11.
Ricky J gonna go by both of them actually.
Mallon even had to back up to get around Ricky J coming out of the pits and still beat everybody off with that 2-tire stop. Hansen also took 2 tires as well in the 9.
So already seeing that, and Hansen didn't pit under the first caution either.
Right. So he's only got 2 fresh tires from the get-go here.
Grant only ran a lap before everyone took their new tires. But at least 2 heat cycles on the left sides.
So Mallon's got about, 5 lap older tires on the left?
Yep. Laguna going to stay out, lead a lap, Brain Fade, and Tyler Mallon coming down. We need the fans of Silver Bullet in full force here tonight in chat. What would and you guys don't have to but what's your fan club name? I want to know, because I feel like there's got to be some good, like with a name like Silver Bullet, gotta have a good fan club name, right?
You would think.
I don't know.
The Bob Seegers?
Oh man, don't get me started.
Yeah. The Sterling Marlins?
No. I like the first one better.
I do like the first one.
Man, I love me some Bob Seger.
Yes.
Dude,
And
Chris,
if you don't, you're wrong. But that's
exactly.
okay.
I was gonna say, Zach says his group they're called the Dog Pound for him.
Nice.
For Zach Rogers. What would your fan club be?
Actually. Mine?
Yeah, what would you call them?
Oh my gosh. Well, first I gotta have fans, but I don't know, the Crickets, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I got. Buddy Holly and the Crickets. I don't know.
Ooh wee oo.
We've dropped back like 5 generations now in music. Before it was only 2, maybe 3. Now we're... Oh goodness.
I still remember. I don't know how many folks are into our. I hate using the word lore, but the JTN lore. Tommy's used to do the Tommy's World segments, right, for those USORL races.
Yeah.
And one of them, he played Night Moves by Bob Seger as he was driving across the country to get to the racetrack. It was great.
Oh yeah, I did remember seeing that.
I believe it's still up on the channel.
Yes.
So
pretty sure. I think it is. You guys need to check that out if it's there. That's great.
Tommy's World segments were great.
They were. I wish I had a green screen because he nailed that stuff. I just love the intro for JTN with him in Bristol. It's just epic.
It's awesome.
Like Magoo led his lap and now ducked in the pits. That's going to hand the lead over to Hansen now. Now, did Mallon come back in? Did I miss that?
Yes. Yes.
He must have had to pit too close to the wall. Is probably what happened.
Okay.
He kind of slid into his pit stall, and he locked up the fronts coming in. And I wonder if he was too close to the wall and couldn't change the lefts, and then he had to back up to get around Ricky J. So I bet that's what happened. He went ahead and just came back around and got the lefts that time because he was able to get away from the wall that time. Tyler, where are you going, bud?
Uh-oh.
He's back.
Snap back to it.
He's doing a Tony Kanaan, just cutting some grass and on the short shoot there.
Well, you know.
Hey, you need your grass cut. Call Tony Kanaan.
Call TK. TK's
Yeah.
grass cutting.
I love it. All right, we're coming to green.
Ken Hansen with control. Ricky J, Jason San Diego, Steve Grant, Cody Luke, your top 5. Coming to lap 13 of 70. Dodge Charger pace car is in. And back away we go. Green flag once again here from Pocono.
Good jump by Hansen there. I think Ricky J was trying to get a push from San Diego down the front stretch.
Drops back about a car length through turn number 1.
Here comes Luke taking a peek. Not quite there.
And back Tyler Mellon to the inside of Terry Scott. Makes the pass there down the long pond straightaway.
Now Luke's got to run on Grant off the tunnel.
Will complete the pass into turn 3. Back up front, Ricky J going to have the run here down the front straightaway. Gets all the momentum up next to the outside wall. See if he can pull off the draft and catch leader Ken Hansen. Fade's a little bit low there. 9 goes down to cover. They'll stay 1-2 here into turn number 1. Here comes the 193 to the inside off of quarter number 1. Long pond straightaway we go. 9-car shift. Something went wrong there. Ricky J into the grass. The 9-car slow against the wall.
Oh, stay down there. Great save by Ricky J.
Jason San Diego retakes the lead. What happened to the 9?
He's still not going through the tunnel turn there up against the wall. Did he blow up?
Did he lose 4th gear?
That's exactly what happened. He shifted into 4th and it just died. Oh, man. It just shredded 4th gear on the long pond. Wow. We're lucky that wasn't a huge pile up. But yeah, he's kind of puttering around turn 3 right now in 2nd gear. That's unfortunate.
Catch a replay of that happening once again. Ricky J having to make an evasive maneuver. He was already trying to pull out to make the pass on the leader. And you see Hansen, and you see the car dip into the ground, shift up, contact to the back, puts him into the wall. Ricky J talked about wanting to go cut some grass. Well, he cut some grass down there. Jason San Diego scooted on by. Field got around the 9. Hansen does a good job of staying out of everyone's way, but a scary moment there for one of our 2 championship contenders.
Yeah, those hair-raising moments I was talking about going into turn 3. That's what, or turn 2. That's what we're looking at.
Caution out, though, for the 3rd time big wreck here in turn 3.
Oh. Silver Bullet involved again. That started in front of him. Nelly's involved. Monty Keller.
Now, they have a saying here, Chris. What's the saying?
Cautions breed cautions?
No, specifically for Bomb Squad.
Oh.
You were introduced to it tonight.
Okay.
You remember?
You're going to have to hit me. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. If a caution happens, it's Nelly's fault. Right?
Yes.
If we missed it? Okay.
So...
I missed that note. Sorry. Yes, that's right.
For the inside joke for all the drivers that we were talking to in the garage area, it was true.
It was Nelly's fault. Yeah.
Poor Nelly.
Just loose on entry going into turn 3. And then it looked like behind him, just everybody just trying to check up, just locked everything up, and hard contact there at the end of that wreck too between Monte Color and Silver Bullet, and Magoo going down to the inside to avoid it.
Trish asks, what is the name of this game? Randomly, Trish asks, what is the name of this game? This is NASCAR Racing 2003 season. We're using the 2013 Bullring Generation 6 mod.
On the original Pocono track that came with the game.
Yep. The third caution of the night here. Come down pit lane.
See if these pit stops can be a little bit cleaner this time.
You're the 18. I think you take 2 here though on purpose.
Let's see if you're right.
Oh, I would want to gain the track position back. You have to pull into the
He
stall.
locks it up again coming in.
Oh,
And
missed the
he
box. Yeah,
overshot it that
now you
time.
take 4.
Yep.
You already screwed the pooch. You gotta take 4.
Yep, he's taking 4. 28 might have taken 2.
Jason San Diego, though, wins the race off pit. Oh, no, Ricky J does. Camera just fools me every time.
I lied. The 28 took 4.
Well,
I just want to make it exciting. Everybody took 4 on that one. They had ran long enough this time that they probably should all take 4 at this point.
still early in the
I would've
race, too.
probably- Yes, yeah, and I probably would have taken 2 just to kind of see what my car would do.
Mm-hmm.
My luck, though, would be we'd go green to the finish. But
And Hansen has retired, the number 9. And folks, opportunity for us to tell you about our upcoming races presented by our friends at SchemeHaven.com. First, Total Racing Cup Series action from the Pocono Raceway. Coverage kicking off 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday, July 25th. Then 1 week from tonight, July 27th, Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action returns to Richmond for the second time this season. Coverage kicking off at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the Fast Renegade Cup Series heads to the Charlotte Dirt Track Sunday, July 30th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races and much, much more, of course, live right here only on JTN.
a couple of the guys who were involved in that wreck coming back in just to maybe top it off, get another set of good years on there. Monte Keller's in, Nelly's in.
Sometimes it's just a force of habit, too, to come down pit lane, you know? You're like, oh, darn, caution, I need to pit.
Again.
You're conditioned.
And again. Yeah.
You ever do any conditioning?
Like physically?
Wherever you
No.
want to take the topic. I mean, you could
well, I
talk
mean,
conditioning
kinda
your
stretch
hair,
before
your
I go to work.
beard, your...
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I probably should have went that route.
I mean, you could have.
I
I'm
mean, I
just...
have the 3-in-1, so I automatically do it. You know.
Oh, my goodness, Chris. Can't be using 3-in-1.
Good stuff. And it's quick. One bottle, you're done.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how, folks out there, if you don't know, this is probably one of the largest age gaps you'll get in a broadcast team on JTN. Chris, it's just for the folks out there. So I don't know how aware of the Have you ever gotten yelled at for using 3-in-1?
No.
Not by the missus?
No.
Okay. All right.
She actually bought it for me once.
Wow. Wow. That's a keeper right there.
Yeah. There's no. Well, I mean, we've been. Well, this year we will be together 20 years.
Wow.
So there's that.
Wow.
There's your age difference. If you guys want to go ahead and start doing the math in your head, go right ahead. But yeah, we've been together 20 years. We've been married 16 years in October.
Wow.
So yeah, there's been plenty of discussions about, body wash and deodorant and keeping the toilet seat down, the normal deal. Hey, the lights are off on the pace car, Joe.
Chris does not want to continue this conversation, folks. So we're gonna go back green, kind
It still
of.
means we have like 2 more minutes to talk before they come back around.
Well, we're gonna go back green lap 20 of 70. We're gonna have 51 laps left in this thing. Have you really?
Strategy. Yeah. So now we've got kind of this point now. So we're coming to lap 20 of 70. You can go about 20 laps roughly on a tank of fuel. So you're looking at 2 stops.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty well self-explanatory at this point. Obviously, it kind of depends on how the cautions land, but I mean, basically, I think at this point, if a caution comes out, I think you're pretty much going to pit no matter what.
Have you gotten the opportunity now behind the wheel to actually understand what your race car is going to do here?
Yes and no. If you're in the, I've kind of noticed if you're in the pack, it's like probably about 6th on back. It's kind of treacherous because you're kind of trying to just kind of gauge it off the guy in front of you a little bit more than if you're out front. I think the guys that have been out front the most, they probably have the best. It's just like everywhere else. You got the best advantage up front. You got the clean air. You know what your car is going to do out front. If you haven't been out front and you decide to make that strategy call to get out front, maybe taking 2 later on or not taking any tires at all later on, you might be at a little bit of a disadvantage because you haven't been up there, and you might get ate alive by the guys that have been. So that's the game you play. But Ricky J's back out front now, so.
Matt Boyle's trucking forward. He is quick each and every week, looking for another win here this year. It hasn't been a down year by any means, but they definitely thought they'd have more trophies in the case at this point in the year like they did 1 year ago. But back away we go. Green flag, 51 laps remain here from Pocono. Good restart for the Boyles trucking forward. He's clear by 2.5, 3 car lengths down the long pond straightaway over second place, Jason San Diego.
Mallon looking inside of Mac Daddy down the long pond, going into turn 2. Oh, he decided to try and make a move on Luke going to the tunnel, and that almost
18
Mallon,
loose.
Forget everything I said. Just watch that. Just watch it.
Let's watch this battle for 4th, 3rd, 5th. Mac Daddy to the inside, Cody Luke here off of turn number 3. Luke gonna scrape the wall. That allows Mac Daddy to take the spot.
That was probably the cleanest bounce off the wall I think I've ever seen in this game. He just like flattened right up against the wall and just kept on trucking. That was the coolest thing ever. Here goes Mallon to the inside for 5th.
I was gonna say smooth just like a Budweiser, but I've never had a Budweiser.
I haven't either.
Really?
Nope, have not. So we'll go over that later.
Okay.
They're under green right now.
Gotta save it for the topics.
Yeah, we gotta save it for then. Yep.
It is cool to see a bright red 8 and a green 18 racing side by side, though, in the year 2023.
Little shades of 2001 there. If they were out front, it'd be even better. You kids, you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, Mac Daddy got up close to the wall there, turn 3.
I don't remember Kyle Busch racing Tyler Reddick in a bright green and bright red car. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Mallon looking to the inside.
Gosh.
Mac Daddy for the spot. We'll take it.
That kind of showed what we were talking about during the Open. Turn 3, you get that wrong, you lose all your momentum down that long straightaway. But Malin is so loose off the tunnel. Oh, Mac, hang on to it. Great job.
I think he was trying to wrap that curbing, but I don't think you want to do that.
No, that was proof positive
Steve
right there.
Grant going to take it 3 wide. Okay, do your thing, Pontiac. Maybe not.
Grant's trying. No,
He's
backed out.
I don't think that was going to work.
And I was about to be like, my man, let's go.
Crazy, us announcers. We love those aggressive race car drivers, don't we?
Absolutely.
Cody
Give us
Luke.
some action. Give us something to talk about.
Cody Luke inside Mac Daddy makes the spot into the tunnel. He'll move up to 4th.
He's been solid all night in that 8.
And he's starting to put these runs together too, Chris. We've talked with him a couple times in the last month or so, and starting to build up some confidence. Feels like some of these tracks maybe a little bit more suited to his driving style. Having a good run here again tonight, so love seeing it out of driver number 8.
Like San Diego's trying to close it up a little bit on Ricky J in the tunnel.
That 22 car, or 022, excuse me, has been fast all season long, looking for a win here tonight. Keeping close with one of our 2 points leaders.
Where I kind of separated out nicely now.
I say they just, they.
We're getting to the rhythm now. We're getting to, this is going to be now where you can figure out what your car is going to be doing over the long haul. Now we got some separation among all the cars now. You'll get more of the feel now.
How important is that rhythm?
Oh, at a place like this, 3 different corners. I mean, rhythm is what it's all about. I mean, and it can be a little bit difficult because like we talked about before, I mean, you've got the 3 totally different corners, but if you can hit them just right every lap, I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, this place is fun to drive. I mean, it really is. I suck at it, but it's a fun place to drive. It really is.
Yeah, this place is awesome. I love racing at it, but gosh darn, do I suck. That was you.
That's it. That's exactly right. I mean, you can have fun at a place and not be good.
Thank you. I mean, thank you. Me at every road course.
Yes. Yeah, Truck Series on JTN at Topeka.
Oh, that was not a good look for you, was it?
Yeah, that was not. Oh, jeez. Boy, Mac Daddy's all over Luke in the tunnel.
These two, I think they're going to be swapping that position back and forth there. Cody Luke kind of catching up to Tyler Mellon as well in the 18.
It's like that loose condition he was having in turn 2's kind of gone away a little bit now.
The 8 or the 28?
18.
18. Oh.
Yeah, he was loose off the tunnel like the first. He was loose off the tunnel for the first 2 or 3 laps after the restart, which I think he's set up for that a little bit.
It feels like they're going to have a tight condition build throughout the run.
Especially in the flat spots. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. You gotta compensate, and you kind of want your car to be set up to be the best off turn 3.
Okay.
Because, like I said, you got that long front straightaway, get as much momentum going into turn 1 as you can, so you kind of live with the other 2. I mean, you put yourself into the mind of a crew chief here. Okay, I've got a really long front straightaway. I've got a corner banked at 12 degrees, a corner banked at 9 degrees, and a corner banked at 6 degrees. Great. What am I going to do? The driver's going to be complaining about one of those corners, probably two, and maybe all of it.
And it's like you said in our open too. It's about what you prioritize, right?
Exactly. Yep. And I always want to prioritize turn 3. That's just, you want to be set up for that fastest straightaway, because that's where you're going to carry the most momentum.
There's no other reason for it being turn 3?
3 for Dale.
Thank you. You read my mind.
Yeah, buddy.
And kind of watching this battle for third, Tyler Mellon currently holds that bright green car. Mac Daddy's tank slapper there off of turn number 3. 28 car gonna lose a lot of momentum.
Trouble off turn 3. Nelly's around down the front straightaway.
We're still green. He's down out of the way. We stay green.
Yeah, he kind of tank slapped it too, right off the corner. Nobody near him. He's kind of in a 4-wheel slide from about 3/4 way through the corner to the front straightaway, and it finally snapped on him.
The replay here. And just overcorrects it back into the wall, right?
That was about it.
It's that old iRacing overcorrect that people like to talk about. Even though this is not iRacing. Ricky J still holding on to the lead as we go back live. Now working lap 30.
Got some 2-car tandems down the front straightaway here, Joe.
I was going to say, everyone's got a partner.
Everybody's got a buddy.
Oh, I want a partner.
Except for Monte Keller, I'm sorry. Well, I think Nelly was with him, so.
Yeah. He lost his friend.
Bummer.
Sad.
I want a friend.
Now, really closest battle is for the lead, so we'll keep our eyes there. Ricky J, again, currently holds down the top spot. Actually, let's scratch that. Go back to the battle for 5th, because Mac Daddy closing back in on Steve Grant.
Oh no, he's around off turn 3, head on in the wall. Down the pit road.
Caution.
Same thing that happened to Nelly, Joe. And probably the same thing happened. He got this time he tried to, do that curb thing we talked about earlier that he was doing. This time it a little too much. He kind of caught the grass where the curb ended, and it got off and just couldn't get back.
And just overcorrects it back into the wall. That's going to be a night ender for Mac Daddy.
Bummer, strong early.
It has been a rough few weeks for the 28 team here on Thursday nights.
I guess they're coming to the... I'm sorry, they're coming to the... I didn't know if the caution came out or not because they were still racing back around pretty quickly. Pace car's picking Ricky J up in turn 1 now. But now that we're back under caution, Joe, I have never drank a drop of alcohol in my life.
Good for you.
37 years and counting.
Wow.
There's your age difference, everybody. For those of you that had the pool going.
14.
14-year difference.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do that, and then... Good for you, Chris.
Thank you. I didn't know what was going on over there. So.
I don't know what else. I had like little, synapses were firing and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Zach says you're a grandpa, by the way.
I appreciate that.
Chat,
Thank you.
so.
Yeah, my Geritol's sitting next to me, and that's got my AARP membership just not too long ago. So things are progressing rapidly over here. Y'all can bite me.
He also said JK.
I know.
Okay, I don't know if you got the chat up. You know,
I do not have the chat up. I need to pull the chat up.
So you'd say you do know ARP?
I do know ARP. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. I am getting mailers, though.
Yeah.
I guess they're just,
Yep.
prepping. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because you got to know ARP.
Don't forget about us. I
Remember when Casey Kane ran an ARP car?
That was weird.
That was crazy.
Yeah. He's not that much older than me.
Well,
I don't think.
yeah, but this was like
And yeah,
this was a while ago. This was like 6
That was
years
a while
ago.
back too. Yeah, he's closer to it now than than he was. I'm trying to. When did he run that?
Well, Greg, we know you can't join until you're 50, but it doesn't stop him from sending you a mailer. You're like, hey, what does AARP stand for? American Association for Retired Persons?
That sounds great. I think that's right. Actually, we're pretty close.
If I got that right, I'm just that damn good, folks.
That's incredible.
Thank you,
let's
Greg.
find out.
Wonderful. I was right. That's what Greg says. Running with it.
The American Association of Retired Persons.
Of retired person. I said 4, but close enough.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That's not part of the acronym. You're good.
True. Association for American Retired Person. Ooh. But you always gotta put the American first, right? Like, it's just how the world works.
Yep. America.
Don't say the next line of the song.
I'm not.
Ricky would.
No, yeah. I'm participating in the chat now. So, hi, everybody.
Chris Pickett up here in the booth. I'm Joe. You know me. You know him. Just did a little wave. Don't know why I did it, but I did.
Too. Should have had our webcams on.
Chris, I know Fast 29 has the budget for that, but we don't.
Oh, I'll send you one of these once we're done.
What does that mean?
I only need one. I've got 2.
No, I have a webcam.
Oh.
I just...
What budget do you need then? You got it.
The budget is I need to want to do it.
Oh,
yeah.
Time budget. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Budget.
time budget.
All right. Nelly stayed out. I just realized that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He had recently pit, though?
Had to have because of the
spin
off turn 4. Or not 4, turn 6, whatever that is.
Put the cookie in the jar.
Yeah, sorry. What if I eat the cookie? Can I eat the cookie?
I mean, you could. I don't know
of
why
putting it
you
in the jar,
would.
I don't want to waste it.
It's not wasting it. It's just saving it for later.
I'm a fat boy. I'm not saving crap.
Wow.
I mean, as I be a good boy and sip my 0 sugar A&W.
Oh, that's good. That stuff's good.
Yeah, buddy.
Have you ever gone, and anyone at home can respond, and I'd love to hear it, but you know how there's like the A&W restaurants, right?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten a gallon of root beer from the A&W restaurant?
I have not, because there's not one close enough to me,
Ugh.
or I would. I've heard that is incredible.
I remember, so my freshman and sophomore year, I went to a different U of M campus, and there was an A&W, like a physical A&W, like fast food place.
Yes.
Right? Not like one in a mall or something, because that's normally where I'd seen them. Standalone restaurant.
Yep.
And I remember going through the drive-thru and asking for a half gallon of root beer. And then them just handing out this half gallon of root beer out the drive-thru window. Because, like, this was an old building. Like, this building had to be built, like, I don't know, early 70s.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's when they were all built. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it had been renovated and stuff on the inside because I had gone inside and stuff and ate before a couple times, but...
They had underrated food. They were
oh,
really
yeah,
good.
I really like it. If they had more of them around, I'd probably go there more often. Because they got cheese curds and stuff, too.
Yep. Midwest fare right there.
Mm-hmm.
They had some really... They had one at an... So my grandma, when she was alive, she lived over kind of by Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And as Nellie Pitts, a few others back in the back of the pack. They at the exit for her church in Austin, Indiana, they had one there forever. And I think there was also, this will be a little bit of a blast from the past for some of my age range people potentially watching. Racks. The silence is deafening from Joe. He has no idea what Racks
I have no
is.
idea what that is.
It was the 80s equivalent of like an Arby's.
Okay.
It was like a roast beef place.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Greg, I agree. Best root beer. Well, I don't know about best root beer. Cream soda is definitely up there. But I'm becoming a little bit of a snob when it comes to that stuff. I like Spreckers. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Menards brand. That stuff is good. Have you not had that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude. You got a Menards near you, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you need to go get some Spreckers, man.
They
make it with honey.
I find it weird going into Menards and buying food.
Dude, I do all the time because who cares?
I mean, they got a good selection, honestly. Like,
They do.
of the food that I eat. Like, they got all the food I eat there. But
I can't pronounce it, Bulldog. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I think it's here. Hang on, I'm gonna have to type it in the chat. There. I think it's Sprechers or Spreckers or something. It's good.
probably some German name. That's what it looks like. I would
Could be.
assume.
Yeah.
Especially it's Midwest, right?
Yeah. Yep. They make it Wisconsin because they make it with not Skechers. I did not spell it that wrong. Yeah, I'm drinking shoes. Yeah, I drink shoeies with my cream soda.
Greg, if you ever get the chance, I mean, Menards, wow, what a store.
Yes,
Lowe's and Home Depot have nothing on Menards.
that is true. They have Paul Menard. Hey, they're going green.
Jimmy Johnson in his 7 titles, Tony Stewart in his 2. Nah, nothing on Paul Menard.
Paul Menard and his Brickyard 400 win as we go green here at Pocono.
Halfway. Perfectly balanced, as everything must be. Ricky J with the lead. Tyler Mallon now up to second. Jason San Diego there in third. Cody Luke and Steve Grant, your top 5 as we head down to turn 1. Leader is going to get away free and clear. They'll stay single file as we head down the Long Pond straightaway.
Ooh, Luke got sideways off the tunnel. Little drift in action there. Great save by the 8.
Ricky J pulling away from the rest of the top 4.
Oh, Magoo in the back of the pack. Got a little loose in 3. Saved it right in front of Silver Bullet. Great job by both those guys to avoid some disaster. You got these fresh tires. You think you got, I think part of this is kind of, you've got these such long caution flag laps. You just want to get back going. And then you got fresh tires on top of that. You think you're Superman for a little while. Then you start overdriving it, and then you start seeing people get squirrely, and that's what causes the wrecks. See, it's a thesis statement. I don't know if that's what that really meant, but that's where I went with that. Brain fade a little high through 3. That bunched up the pack right with them. Monty Keller, Terry Scott, Nelly, they're all kind of in a wad here down the front straightaway.
You've been waiting all night to use that word, huh?
Yes. The wad? Yes.
Monty Keller up the track here off of turn number 1. Nelly going to look to the inside. Terry Scott to the inside of the 103. And they get single file because screw me.
Just San Diego trying to hold off Mallon up front. It's second place. Oh, no, that's a pass for second. Excuse me. Oh, trouble. Tunnel turn. Hard crash. Monty Keller.
Oh, Silver Bullet towards the back, also into the wall, Chris.
Like Nelly also involved a little bit there as well.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh, innocent bystander for Nelly that time. I wonder if there's oil on the track through the tunnel turn. That was kind of weird.
Okay, now.
I tried.
Oh, the 4-car also a big slap to the wall. I don't know if maybe he grabbed the binders and car busted loose on him.
That's kind of what it looked like there, Joe.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
The best part about
that was just tantalizing analysis by Chris there. That was great.
the best part is I know that you know exactly why I'm asking the things I'm asking you, right?
Yes.
Like that's the fun in all this.
Exactly. Oh, catching up on the chat. Yeah, Joe, you're about right on that. Yeah, but
That's what I would describe it
pretty
as.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not like an even 50-50. Because it's definitely
No,
more
it's like
home
a
improvement.
corner. At ours, it's like the backstretch.
Yeah.
Sorry for a racing term, but yeah, that's kind of the backside of the store, but like in a little bit, because I think the back of mine is like appliances. I don't know if that's the way yours is. There's like appliances in the very back, and then the corner is like
There's
caulk
paint
and stuff.
Paint in one corner, and then the other corner is like maybe some like
Wood.
light fixture. Oh yeah, wood.
I think it's like wood, and well, wood's kind of down the side.
Yep.
At
Yep.
mine, and the back corner is kind of.
And then the other side's like light fixtures and plumbing.
Where we come in is where the lights are
Yep.
at mine.
Yep. And then along the front wall, there's like a small clothing section.
Yep. So I guess they are about the same. Cleaning supplies right there too.
Yep.
Pit stops.
Exhilarating commentary.
Yay, we're keeping the show going, Joe.
I really need to get, because you have a telestrator, right?
I do.
I need to get that working. So that way we can just start drawing the layout of Menards while we're broadcasting.
We start drawing pictures. This is how our Menards looks, and
This is what it normally looks like.
yeah,
The other thing
across
about
Ricky J going for the lead, you know.
the other really good Menards has a really good outdoor and like lawn and patio type section.
They do.
Their
Their paint
garden
selection's not bad either.
Nope. PPG paints.
Yep.
Shout out to our guy Roger Nebelsack.
Yeah.
Don't know if Roger's watching, but you know, if you are Roger, you get a chance to see this. Shout out.
Hi.
Our PPG paint sky.
Too many peepees in that.
Oh my goodness, Chris.
Hey, when you get this old, that's what you think about.
You're lucky Ricky dropped a 4-letter word on Tuesday, or else that would be the worst thing said all week. Do you know how I got him to do it too?
Oh, you got him to do it?
Well, I didn't get him to do it.
Oh.
But I was, you know, with Ricky, sometimes I like to talk about like really obscure cars.
Yeah.
Well,
I've heard you guys do that. Yeah.
yeah. I asked him the question, should I buy a 91 Dodge Stealth? And he let out, why would you, or if you bought one of those effing, and it was
There
like,
it
dude. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, he's like, you got my New England accent to come out or something. I don't know. It's funny. Go back and watch. I should have wrote down the time and clipped it because it was good.
That's incredible.
Okay, Kyle
Good
Petty.
old Ricky.
Oh, Dodge
Dodge
Shadow.
Shadow.
Sorry. Greg's right. Dodge Shadow. Because the Dodge Stealth is cool. That's why. Because I've also been looking at Dodge Stealth. Because I really like the Dodge Stealth. I think it's a cool looking car. It's just it's a Mitsubishi something. I forget what it is.
Yeah, I was just kind of, because I need to really brush up on my actual car knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you said stealth, I just went along with it and just laughed like I knew what you were talking about.
Well, to be fair, it's a 90s Dodge, so like,
Yeah,
they all blend together.
they do.
Listen, I know. I like them.
When I was a kid, I thought a cool car was a LeBaron convertible. So there you go.
Dude, my dad has one. It's just sitting on the side of the house.
Does it have the numeric speedometer?
I don't know.
That was the
I
thing that
literally,
made it cool.
it has been sitting on the side of the house since I was born. I have never stepped foot in it.
Does it have the cloth top?
Yes. Well,
Nice.
it does, but you know, it's probably ripped pretty bad, and I think the
Probably
rear windows.
dry rotted.
Yeah,
Sitting there that long.
It's pretty bad.
I was just always mesmerized because my dad had like 4 of them when I was a kid, 4 different ones. Because he would have one, trade it in for something else, then get it again. It was like 3 or 4. It was like alternating for a while, and every time we got one, I was like, sweet, I can like watch the speedometer by numbers. I was a loser when I was a kid, and nothing's really changed.
Greg says Dodge. Okay, so Greg confirms it's a Mitsubishi 2000. Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
Got
The
it.
Dodge Stealth. Man, if I
Shadow
could.
just sounds dumb.
The Shadow.
So, yeah, that makes
the
sense.
Shadow's like one of those K cars or the Omni car. It's
oh
an
gosh,
Omni
yeah.
car, is what it is, right? So
A
it's
wannabe.
it's the I think the Shadow, the LeBaron, whatever the Plymouth one is, right?
Yeah.
They're all the same. I mean, GM did the same thing, but nobody bats an eye about the Monte Carlo and the Grand Prix. But whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
When GM does it, it's cool, but when Chrysler does it, we don't like it. Shut up.
Oh, Chrysler, what are you doing?
Oh, Chryslers have terrible build quality. Well, maybe if you took good care of your car, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
I will agree, Bold. But you gotta remember, I was like 3. So digital stuff like that.
Oh,
was,
yeah, yeah.
Like, that's what you wanted to have something to do when you're riding around.
Yeah, Zach says, I love digital tax as a kid, but now as an adult, they're distracting. Yeah.
Oh, this is Zach. Okay, I was
Yep.
calling you by your screen name. So, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Listen.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like my wife has a Equinox, and she has. I love the design of the Equinox dash, and I hope you detect the sarcasm, because
What year?
it has a actual speedometer on one side, an actual tack on the other side,
Yep.
and in the middle you can have info, which is an additional speedometer.
Which I use the speedometer.
And she keeps it on there.
Yeah, I mean, I use it when I drive, because my mom has an Equinox, so if I ever drive it, or whenever I drive it,
It's just like
I use that.
overkill. I've got it. It's right here.
I think it's good to have, because then the whole 9 you're fine, 10 you're mine thing.
That's true. Yeah, I can see that. Yep. I will tell you this before we go back green. I have a Ford Fusion,
Okay.
a 2016 Fusion.
Okay.
And for those of you that have one, you'll know what I'm talking about. On the dash on it, it's blue on the left side of the info screen on the dash. Like the accent color is blue.
Mm-hmm.
On the right side, you have entertainment, phone, entertainment, phone. There's one other thing, and climate. I can't remember the third one.
Climate.
And climate. Each one of those has a different accent color. So you'll have blue on one side, and then it could be like red, green, yellow, and blue on the right side. So I have to keep it on climate, which is the bottom one on the right, so that way they match. I'm OCD like that. I can't have like contrasting colors on both sides. You can't change the one on the left. But anyway, we're going back green.
Go back green. Ricky J's got control in his Ford Mustang with a Toyota Camry and a Chevy SS. You can't find one of those very easily. Running 1, 2, 3. Green flag. We're back underway.
Oh, Malin didn't get a very good start there. Luke was pushing him down the front stretch, and here comes Grant on the bottom. The Pontiac rolling.
Looking to the inside of Cody Luke for the 3rd spot. Now looking
Going
for
by
the
Malin,
2nd
too.
spot.
Good restart by Grant. Ooh. That's the closest side-by-side action we've seen on a restart in a little bit. 3 wide down to Long Pond, potentially. Luke thought better of it.
Steve Grant able to go on by. Now Jason San Diego to the outside of Cody Luke. Gets behind Tyler Mallon. That the battle for the 4th spot. Net 022 looking to take it.
San Diego didn't really have that good of a pit stop there under that caution. He fell back to 5th on the. Whoa. Something happened in the back there.
Magoo in the grass. Oh, Cody Luke almost made contact with Jason San Diego. San Diego loose, saves the car. Cody
Behind him,
Luke.
silver bullet in the wall. Hangs on to it.
Oh, man. Well, now we got to shake up in the top 3 because Steve Grant up there for the first time tonight, or at least first time in a while. Tyler Mallon up in there, but Ricky J's still the leader.
Kind of thinking Mallon would have charged a little bit more in this one, but we haven't really seen him get much higher than where he's at. I think he's still struggling with that loose condition a little bit. You saw him get a little loose there on coming on the long pond there. Everybody kind of settled back out now throughout the field.
Staying nice and calm right now, Chris. I mean, just running our laps, getting our feet wet, you know, getting the tires warmed up. We're just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Get to that final pit stop. Breathe in, breathe out.
Terry Scott up the track, turn 3.
We need to do one of these just golf voices the whole time.
Or like one of those, what are those things called that's like the calming voices? Here comes San Diego to the inside of Mallon. Turn 1.
Battle.
Ooh, they're getting close. Ooh. Here comes Luke right behind him, too. How the heck with that?
Matt in chat saying not his night. 4-car silver bullet. Yeah, not.
Oh, San Diego's loose in the tunnel.
He's around.
Oh.
Hard into the
hard.
outside wall.
Oh, stay up. Oh, took out 66, the 103, the 49. Big wreck on the short chute.
He was spinning like a top, Chris.
Had nowhere to go behind him. Those 3 cars that hit him were basically under a blanket since the restart, and unfortunately, they ended up pile driving the 022 there.
San Diego is having a great night up until this moment. He's going around Cody Luke, not able to... I don't know if Cody ended up sending him around or even made any contact, but yeah, hit from Terry Scott. See Nelly. Wrong place. Wrong time.
Now, there's no contact there, Joe, between he and Luke there. He got loose on entry, and...
Oh, spectacular job by Cody not to run into him.
Absolutely.
Because he had a good run there through the tunnel.
Yep.
And made contact
for all those guys behind him.
Made contact with him after he had spun, but at that point, you're just kind of along for the ride. On board.
There's not a more helpless feeling than what San Diego just went through there.
On board
you get loose, and then you hit the wall, and then it's just in the middle of the track, and you know traffic's coming.
Mm-hmm. On board with the 66.
Oh.
Well, we're kind of close to our mark when we go back green here, Chris.
Yeah, this is going to be... oh, boy. It's going to be close, actually.
I'm anyone. I think I'm pitting every time.
Oh, absolutely, at this point. Until you get... If we start getting more yellows further into this last bit of the race here, I'd say you're probably done pitting with about round lap 55 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're done there. We really haven't had a long enough run to see how the tires are holding up, honestly. But really, the guys that have taken 2 earlier, you didn't really see much fall off. But again, we didn't have that long of a run before it. I think we've had enough cautions, though, that You want to try it? Go for it. You know.
I think you have to.
I'm not seeing anybody. Well, here comes Grant's coming off now. I think everybody took 4 again.
Yep.
Everybody's kind of coming off the same way they came in. You disappoint me, folks. That's really what I think it's going to take to get Ricky J out of the lead. Is somebody's going to have to take 2.
Oh, how important do you, after seeing the first almost 50 laps in this race, how important do you think track position is?
Well, for Ricky J, it's been key. I mean, he's had the clean air pretty much all race long, and even when he lost the lead, he was able to get back up there.
Right.
I really think that's what it's going to take to get up there. Is somebody's going to have to make a strategy call. If we get another yellow or 2, somebody's going to have to do something dramatic to get that 93 out of the lead. I'm sorry, that 193. I'm just looking at the car number on the car.
That's fair. That's what folks at home see too. So
yes, the one that's leading behind the blue Charger, that one. We got somebody's got to jump over him.
The blue, white, and red Ford Mustang.
There we go.
Oil's trucking
pretty
Ford.
Ride. I love that car.
It's a good looking race car. So Chris, I gotta ask, what's your best, your favorite Pocono memory? No, you've got it. You're an encyclopedia.
Oh goodness, man. Overall or just Cup? Or what are we thinking?
Whatever you want.
Just overall. I gotta tell you, up until the tragedy with Justin Wilson, that IndyCar race there that year was incredible. When they went 8 wide down the front stretch at one point.
Uh-huh.
That one was impressive. The battle between Dale Jr. and Bobby Labonte in 2001 was really good. I didn't have cable, but the Jeremy Mayfield Dale Sr. moment was a big one. I don't really have one. There's been a lot of crazy stuff. Davey Allison's wreck here in '92. I mean, it's kind of like Lay's. You can't just have just one, man.
Folks, we'd love to hear at home what your favorite ones
Bobby
are.
Allison, yeah, Greg, yeah, 1988, yeah. Do you know who? Okay, you called that one. All right. Do you remember who hit him? Let's see if you can get this one right. I want to see if anybody can spell his name right. That's what I'm looking for. Do you know, Joe?
No.
No.
I'm not that person.
Well, I can't pronounce it. I don't want to say it on the air because I'll probably screw it up. So, of course, I screwed up Mac Daddy earlier, and that's really simple.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. Back to favorite Pocono memories. I mean,
yeah.
For me,
yes.
Brad's win in 2011 there comes to mind with the broken leg.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The other one,
Larson last year was kind of a shocker when Bowman won with the last
that was
lap,
2 years ago now.
Was that 2 years ago now?
That was 21.
That's right, yeah, that was 21.
That was the first of the doubleheader in 21. Remember the Pocono doubleheader?
Oh my gosh, yes.
We were supposed to have it in 2020. I think they ended up doing it, but obviously no fans. And then they did it one time in 2021, and then they're like, yeah, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, we're not doing it anymore. Yeah.
Screw that extra off week that you would have got.
What a strange couple of years. Just overall, but definitely in NASCAR with the 3 Darlington races in a week. All that kind of stuff going on.
Was it 3 in a week?
I think it was 3.
I thought it was only 2.
Maybe, was it 2?
I thought it was Sunday, and then, because Xfinity got rained out. And they ran Wednesday, because then they were in Charlotte for the 600. Following Sunday.
I thought they came back. Maybe not. I thought they came back after that because that was like the only state that was open.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. That whole time was a blur.
That was when JTN was founded.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Another Pocono memory. I had.
Maybe there's going to be one tonight.
I hope so. That'd be pretty cool.
Steve Park wrecking.
Oh, Ryan Blaney's first win.
Oh yeah, Ryan Blaney. Yeah,
I remember cheering so hard for that 21 car.
Casey winning the truck series here.
Oh, yes.
Or was that Casey?
Yeah, I know he won in the Truck Series here.
Yeah, he won one. Wasn't that the inaugural truck race at
It
Pocono?
might have been because he was with
Here's a
Hendrick
funny
by
one.
then, right?
You'll crack up on this. It's not a good memory. Like, it's not a memorable moment. But Mike Skinner wrecking the big red car after they did the renovations at Pocono that you're not seeing on this track because it's the original. But where they put the walls on the backstretch, he was the first one to hit the inside wall off the long pond off the two. Oh, the huge wreck in 14, or Tony Stewart ended up on top of like Paul Menard or something after Denny Hamlin spun. Brian Vickers was in it. It might have been 13.
I do not remember that either.
Huge wreck off of turn 1.
What I'm starting to remember about myself is Pocono's has some pretty forgettable races for me as a fan. But
Somebody else had the Mayfield versus Senior moment.
getting ready to go back green flag racing with 20 laps to go. Ricky J with control, Steve Grant, Tyler Mellon, Cody Luke, and Nelly, your top 5. Couple cars came down to top off on field. They're going to be really close to making it to the number to get to the end of this race. I think these guys stayed out. They're banking on at least another caution. If not, they'll have to come back down pit lane. Ricky J with control, green flag. We're back on our way here from Pocono.
Yeah, the gas situation is going to be close, Joe. Will we start seeing some conservation, perhaps?
I feel like they're going to have to.
I'm going to kind of keep an eye on Jason San Diego. He restarted at the back of the pack. We'll see if that car is still any good after getting pinballed around there.
Well, and he was one of the guys that came down and topped off on field too, so maybe he goes to try to stretch it here, knowing that there's...
ride out, yeah. He's already back there. Might as well just see if maybe he can steal one by letting everybody else in front of him run out.
Gotta try something.
That wreck might have actually turned into something good for him, maybe. We'll see.
Ricky J, though, he's running full force right now, stretching his lead over Tyler Mellon, who sits in second. Steve Grant, Cody Luke, and Nelly, again, in the top 5. Cody Luke looking out of line, trying to find a way to get to the inside of Grant. See Monty Keller going on by Nelly. They're going to make contact. 103's around.
Well, hang on to it, 49. Good save there. And Nelly's against the wall.
Only seen that tonight. Saw it live, get a replay of it here.
Now, we know Nelly's been involved in, 4 incidents tonight, but only one was really their fault. They're not going to like me for saying that, but I mean, go ahead, boo me. I'm right.
Boo me, I'm right.
The nonchalantness of me just saying it just completely like... Nonchalant was not the word I was looking for. It was more like...
That's okay.
Yeah, well, I can't think of what I was thinking. I'll get back to you.
So, going back green with less than 15 to go.
You got to pit here.
Yep, you do.
You have to pit.
Because now you can make it. You're good to go. If this thing runs green, you can't run the risk.
The strategy's gone now. You pit now, and then tell your crew chief to go ahead and pack it up.
Pack it up. What
I'm
if
not
you get,
coming back.
even if there's another caution, say 6 laps?
Nope. I'm done. I'm staying out. Now your track position becomes a factor.
You want that track position.
I want that track position. Huh? I want where that 93 is. Okay, yep, okay. Wonderful C2 tire change. Yep, this is your opportunity right here. You've got it. Who's going to push the F5 button and press space bar twice? There's a 3 times. whatever it is to get to right side tires. Let's see who's going to do it. Come on, don't let me down, boys. Here they come.
They're all going to take 4.
They probably will. Thank you. I wish you were still out there. They said it would have if I didn't have a bad night. Front side tires. Yes,
Ooh.
yes. Yeah, there we go.
Give you some extra grip.
Be interesting. All right. Who's going to do it? Watch them all take 2. I'll die laughing.
Steve
Did
Grant.
Grant do it? Grant took 2.
Jason San Diego.
San Diego. Well, now, remember, he pitted before the last caution, so that's all right. Okay.
Well, Team Speedland was willing to try it, Chris.
I like it. Strategery. Now we're going to have ourselves a show. Ricky J back here in 3rd now. He's got a strong car, though, so I don't think he'll be back there for long, but we'll see what happens here.
Lonnie Keller staying out here. Let's see if that 028 elects to come down pit lane at some point. And folks, upcoming races here on JTN presented by our friends at SchemeHaven.com. Hobo Racing Cup Series action returns next Tuesday night for their final of their July triple header here on JTN from Pocono. Coverage kicking off 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series live from Richmond next Thursday night, July the 27th. And Sunday, July 30th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Bass Renegade Cup Series action returns. This time we'll get a little dirty as we head to the Charlotte Dirt Track. Coverage of those races live right here only on JTN.
It's Dear Tay.
What?
I don't know. Have you ever watched Joe Dirt?
No.
Oh, gosh, Joe.
I got called it so many times I felt like I didn't need to watch
I
it.
probably didn't want to watch it. Overstandable.
That and Sloppy Joe. Literally wasn't either of those things, you know? Just,
What?
Kids are mean, man.
You never had a chance, did you?
No.
I'm not saying what I got. Never mind.
What did you get?
I'm not saying it because then people will start popping up in the chat and it's going to be, I'm going to get PTSD again. I finally got over with the therapy I went through. I'm not bringing it back up.
They call you like Christopher Columbus or something?
That was easy. That was stupid. I was like, I got a holiday named after me. Screw you. That was an easy one to come back from. No, I got like picket fence. I got Senor Piquet. I don't know where that came from. No idea. Wow, sorry. While we're under caution, I'm watching the SRX race, and Tony Kanaan just destroyed turn 1 on a restart. I mean, just went straight. I'm sorry. It scared the crud out of me.
Spoilers.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah. Folks, would you like to hear us call SRX while we're under caution?
Yeah, let's call.
Next couple weeks? Get a caution, do the call of the SRX race. I know, he pretty much tore that wall down.
He did.
I didn't see what happened.
I mean, it just went straight. It was kind of scary.
Did he get hit?
No, he just went straight. He was the leader, and it went straight going to turn 1.
Yeah. I wonder if the throttle hung.
It's like a throttle, or I think Alan Bestwick thought maybe the brakes went bad, but I mean, it just, you know what? It might have been the throttle. I mean, he's got that thing turned dead left, and it didn't turn. Wow. Sorry, everybody. ESPN.
If we could, we'd show it to you, but we can't.
We can't do that, but yeah. Just, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, and Paul Tracy just dumped Brad. Okay, cool.
What else is new? Schrader got him back tonight. Did you see that?
Got Brad back or Paul Tracy back?
Got Tracy back. Tracy wrecked him last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Schrader said he was going to do it too.
Good.
I've never heard Schrader say he's going to wreck anybody on purpose before. But I'm like, all right. I guess it's first time for everything.
So
I'm 63 years old. I don't give a crap anymore.
wild.
Love it. That series is so much fun. I'm sorry. We're having a good race here tonight, too.
We
We're
are.
under caution right now.
We're going to go back green on the Tommy Bordeaux lap. At 57. 70.
And the number of ablations I had on my heart last year.
Oh.
For those that forgot. Oh no! I don't know why I said that, but you know.
Did you do that for Tommy?
The doctor apparently did. I had no control over it.
Doctor
I
was a big
asleep,
Jason Keller fan.
Apparently, there's some big ones in, I guess, Thailand is I think where my doctor is from.
Okay.
Jason Keller. All right.
Albertsons. Excedrin PM.
Cleft chin. Let's go.
So Steve Grant, Jason San Diego, 2 tires. They get out in front. Ricky J, Tyler Mellon, Cody Luke, the rest of your top 5. Then Terry Scott, Brainfade Magoo, Nelly, and Monty Keller. Keller stayed out to lead a lap.
So now we're going to see track position. Oh, a little contact under caution there at the back of the pack. Now we're going to see with this 11 and this 022 track position. They've got it now. Is it going to be enough to hold that 193 off? It'll be fun to watch.
Here we go into the restart zone. Steve Grant with control. And back away we go. Green flag. 14 laps to go here from Pocono. Jason San Diego blocking Ricky J here down the Long Pond straightaway. San Diego looking to the inside of teammate Steve Grant. He goes back to the lead here through the tunnel. Grant going to lose second. He'll lose third. 2 on exit of turn 2. Cody Luke now going to look to the inside going into turn 3. He'll complete the pass. So they'll...
Oh, Malin got in the back of the 93 into the wall.
Jason
22's in the wall.
Ricky J scoots on through with the lead. Here comes Cody Luke looking for a second as Jason San Diego still up high. Tyler Mellon now back in the gaggle.
Malin kind of caught the back of San Diego going into 3 just a little bit, knocked himself in the wall. Look at Cody Luke up there running second.
Another strong night for the 8 team. Here comes the 18 to the inside of the 66 for 5th.
That is quite the gaggle, Joe. Oh, just about Nelly in the back of the 66, almost in the tunnel.
Monty Keller into the wall. Brainfade has to dart to avoid.
These guys are wanting to wreck. They're just trying to figure out where.
They're trying, man. Really close racing back here just outside the top 5. So Ricky J with your race lead. Cody Luke sits in second. Steve Grant, Jason San Diego, 3rd and 4th. Tyler Mellon back there in 5th. A couple cars have hit the wall on this run.
Kind of looking at the 18, just kind of see how much damage he's got from that hit with the wall there. Doesn't look like it's too bad. Does look like the side's pushed in just a little. 22, same thing, but he had damage from earlier. Like Scott got loose off the tunnel that time. Here comes Nelly underneath him. I haven't ran in this particular version of Pocono for a while, but I cannot believe how slippery those curbs are, it seems like tonight.
Felix just knocked down the wall off of turn 1. Keeps it rolling. Has a healthy margin back to third, but that's slowly shrinking. Welcome in, Allie.
I want my tandem's back. We got 8 to go. Come on.
We're just slip sliding around right now, Chris. We're just having a ball.
Oh, yeah. It's Pocono Drift, man. Man, I wish I'd said that cleaner.
Well,
I thought about it too quick. Oh, darn it. Where are we?
have another opportunity next year, you know?
Yeah, next year. Yeah,
Because we only go here once now, too.
that is true.
As
Like Cody caught the wall at some point. He's got some damage on the right side. Don't know where he got that from or when.
As a Michigan International Speedway enjoyer, I too feel the pain that the folks at Pocono feel.
Yeah. Ooh, Nelly got loose off the tunnel. Got to bunch that group up again. Oh, trouble, I think. There was smoke off turn 3.
And I think Jason San Diego got into the wall. Let's get a replay.
That was weird.
Was it?
It was.
Here, you see the replay?
It kind of locked up coming off of 3.
Yeah,
But
look
it
at
was
this
at the
thing.
same time they downshifted. That was weird.
Did a good job of saving it. I think he was getting loose on him during the downshift and just hit the binders. Don't wreck the race car. You got a top 5 run going right now. No need to risk it. At least how I see it.
Yeah. One thing we didn't really mention was, you know, the way you can shift around this place. It kind of depends on, obviously, your driving style a little bit. Some guys will downshift getting into the corner, kind of road course style. Then you got other guys that'll shift coming off the corner. I think that's kind of what Jason was doing there in the middle of turn 3. The downside with that is that's kind of the lightest the car is going to be. So if you downshift at the wrong time, it's going to potentially get a little upset there. That's kind of what we saw.
Chris, this is the quietest we've been all night.
It is.
I think we're just kind of watching this thing play out. I mean, Ricky J, right now, you're feeling pretty good because at this point we're coming to 4 laps to go. Things would be okay.
If you're Ricky J, you're just trying to hit your marks. Don't look behind you.
Here's the thing, Chris. I'm gonna wait till he gets to the line to say it. As long as he's the next car to get to the line first, no matter what the next flag is, the race will be over.
Yes.
So, if you're Ricky J right now, you're saying, you know what, guys, do whatever you want. I don't care anymore.
It be me. Don't
exactly.
let me screw up something.
Exactly.
And I have noticed he has not shifted once.
Well, there's no reason to. I mean, that's an extra risk, right?
Exactly right. Saw it earlier with the 9 while he was leading.
Ricky J was right behind him, too, when that happened.
Exactly. Yeah, we keep forgetting about that part. Yeah.
Man, you can't. Why would you say that? Tyler Mellon looking for 3rd to the outside of Steve Grant. Take the spot.
Overcoming adversity, Joe.
Okay, whatever.
He hadn't really had that much. I just wanted to give him something.
Yeah, throw a jinx on him real quick. Yeah, that's real nice.
Not trying to do that.
Oh.
Well, I'm not. I mean, you guys can in the chat if you want to, but I have nothing to do with it. Okay.
Wow. Matt is not feeling the love tonight here in the honeymoon capital.
6th place, heating up a little bit. Brain Fade and Nelly.
Back to that battle. Rain with a solid run here tonight, looking for a top 5, trying to catch Jason San Diego as well, right in front of him.
He might have a chance to get him. Ever since that little bobble in turn 3. Ooh, Nelly a little loose. But ever since that bobble that he had in turn 3, I wonder if it kind of messed up the tires there because he did lock it up pretty good trying to save it.
Even if he just made him unbalanced, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Easily could have. They keep running over his marks that he made there in the middle of 3. So.
Constant reminder.
Here comes Brain Fade inside.
And Brain will complete the pass to go up into the top 5. You see that car sinking into the ground. That's him downshifting into 3rd. You'll see it sink again when he shifts up into 4th here down the straightaway. Or not. There it is. I was like, please don't tell me he's running 3rd all the way around here. There's no way. Nelly looking for a way around Jason San Diego. 1.5 laps to go for these guys as they exit the tunnel. And it's still Ricky J out in front. Tyler Mellon has taken over 2nd. White flag for the 193.
Mellon's starting to mount a charge here. I think it's probably going to be a little bit too late here, but
Nelly going to pull out a line, look to make the pass here down the front straightaway. This 22 car, Jason San Diego, hurting right now for top-end speed. Nelly looks to the inside. Both cars downshifting right there in corner entry. Both drift up the hill, and Nelly takes the spot. But Ricky J, he's had a dominant night, Chris. He started on the pole. He's been out front for most of this evening. And he's got to get through one more corner to seal the deal.
Through Milwaukee. Here he comes.
Through turn number 3 by way of the great city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Off of the final corner, the Voiles trucking 193 of Ricky J returns to victory lane tonight at Pocono. Tyler Mellon 2nd, Cody Luke 3rd, Steve Grant, and Brain Fade rounds out your top 5.
Great race here tonight at Pocono.
Are you gassed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. I can go another one.
Well, remember, folks, Chris going to be on the lead the next 2 weeks here on JTN. So you're not going to hear my soothing voice. You'll hear his, which, we talked about it. Best voice that we got here on JTN is the one and only Mr. Chris Pickett. Hi, Eli.
Looking forward to it. Richmond's a good track. There'll be a lot of action there. Looking forward to that next week.
Isn't it called the Action Track? Or
it is called the Action Track. It hasn't had much action in real life recently, but
whoa, come on!
These boys will put on a show there next week.
They always do. Well, Ricky J going to
Where
put
am I
on
going after that?
Michigan.
Michigan. All right.
I'm not going to be there. Second year in a row. I've never broadcast a Bomb Squad race at Michigan.
And you live in Michigan.
Well, because I've been at the racetrack.
Oh, that's true. That makes sense. That really makes sense.
Yeah. But Ricky J going to burn it down here for the fans at Pocono.
Well wishes in the chat for him. Job well done for that 193 tonight, Joe.
And Chris, we're coming up on our time window. So once Ricky's done doing his burnouts here, I think we're gonna just start trying to drag our top 3 in here to talk with them. You got some questions lined up? Give them one apiece.
We'll give them one apiece. Yes.
Okay. Ask them how they're
Thank you,
doing.
Kevin.
Give them a question. Tell them to shout out their sponsors, and then get on the road. Because Ricky J, he's taking up
get
more
in here,
time.
Get out. Let's go.
He doesn't care. He's just doing his burnouts for the fans here.
Yes.
He gets to park it in the good Pocono victory lane too. That got announced today. Saw some uproar about that.
I have no comment.
Of course. Not my victory lane. Race results incoming. We'll have them pop up on your screen. It's in a few moments. Chris, I'm going to introduce them, ask them how they're doing. You're going to ask them a question, and then I'm going to ask them to thank their sponsors, okay? Sound like a
That'll
plan?
work.
All right.
Sounds good.
Let's go ahead and start with our race winner tonight. He's the driver of the number 193 Voiles Trucking Ford. He's still driving to victory lane, but we're dialing him up on the radio. Ricky J. Ricky, you got a copy?
I got a copy. I blew up.
What's wrong with that engine, Ricky?
I think I revved it a little bit too hard there on the burnout.
Not trying to hide anything, are you? Well, great run tonight, Ricky. You pretty much had the car to beat all night long, start to finish. Tell us about your run tonight, bud.
Oh man, it was a lot of fun. Those cautions felt like an eternity, but once we got going green there at the end, we just hung on. With Jason and Steve taking 2 tires there on that last caution, I knew right then and there it was going to be interesting to try to pass them, and there's a bit of a stack up there that kind of got us all at shape, but we worked it out and we held on.
Well, Ricky,
you have one more question, Joe, because I completely forgot about it. That early moment with you and Ken Hansen on the long pond, that was a little bit too close for comfort there, I think, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yes, that was definitely a really close call, and I'm glad my night didn't end right there. Tough luck for Ken, but I'm just glad we didn't cause a big wreck in front of everybody.
That was close, absolutely.
Well, Ricky, we're pressed on time here tonight again. Race high, 51 laps led here this evening. Congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, though, I know you got bills to pay, you got sponsors to thank. The floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Thank you, Brian, Kathy, Boas, and Voiles Trucking. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and racing. Hope you had a good time. Thank you, everybody out there watching on JTN. Hope we put on a good show for you guys. We will see you guys next week. That's
why Ricky's a pro. Your race winner here tonight, driver of the number 193 Voiles Trucking Ford, BSR Ricky J. Thanks, Ricky.
Thank you. On the clock.
Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher, driver of the number 18 Interstate Batteries Toyota, Tyler Mallon. Tyler, second place run here tonight. How you feeling?
Pretty good. Just went out and did the best I could.
Tyler, I was kind of expecting you to do a little bit more of a charge than what you did there, but you definitely did a really big charge there at the end. Car seemed to be a little loose on the starts. Was that kind of what you were feeling too?
Yeah, definitely. I had the worst restart gears I've ever had in history, so that was kind of annoying to deal with throughout the race. But once we got going, it felt pretty good. If I didn't lose the draft, I felt like it would have been a pretty good battle between me and the 193 and the 8. But circumstances just didn't play out that way. I kind of got into the back of him and sent myself up into the wall. It was my fault, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, Tyler, still a great run here tonight, a second place finish. Apologize, we're short on time. Before we let you go, though, want to give the opportunity. Got a lot of great people to thank, sponsors to help pay your bills. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you to you guys for broadcasting every week. Do a fantastic job. Thanks to Interstate Batteries for being on the car, and thanks to Magoo for letting me race here. Hope that was quick enough.
Tyler,
Perfect.
again, congratulations on a great run here tonight. As always, a pleasure talking with you, and can't thank you enough for your time.
Thank you.
Tyler Mellon, driver, the number 18, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our third place finisher. He's the driver, the number 8, Budweiser Chevrolet, Cody Luke. Cody, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Cody, you had a pretty good run tonight. Top 5 pretty much all night long. Seems like things have been kind of coming around for you the last month or so.
Yeah, it's been pretty good here past few weeks. It's getting a little better.
Yeah. You were kind of close to that one incident there with Jason San Diego through the tunnel turn. Tell us about that.
Well, I know he'd been pushing a little bit hard, and I figured he'd probably slip up eventually, so I just didn't. I got a little bit too close to him either way, but I don't know how I missed him, but we missed him.
Well, Cody, a good thing that you did miss him. You're able to get a third place finish here tonight. Apologize, we're short on time here, so before we let you go, want to give you the opportunity. Got some great partners for this car. Got a lot of folks to thank. The floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Well, Joe, as I always say, thank you for doing these broadcasts. I don't think there's anybody else better, and NR does them. Thank Bomb Squad for putting this all on, and other than that, good broadcast, you guys. Good race.
Well, Cody, again, congratulations on another podium here tonight. A fantastic run for you in this 8 team. As always, a pleasure talking with you. Can't thank you enough for your time.
Yep. Thank you, Joe.
Cody Luke, drive the number 8 Budweiser Chevy, third place finisher here tonight. Chris, that's going to wrap up our coverage in a nice, neat, really quickly tied bow. We'll go to that race here tonight from Pocono. They're going to get some good races the next 2 weeks as well from Richmond and Michigan.
Definitely looking forward to it, and looking forward to holding the fort down while you're taking care of business. And we'll be sure to present JTN well over the next couple weeks at Richmond and Michigan. We're definitely looking forward to it.
It'll be a great time, folks. You want to make sure you tune in 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time next Thursday night from the Richmond Raceway right here on JTN. Remember to follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, as well as Threads. And you can also watch us over on Twitch, twitch.tv/JoeTowNetwork. Got them all in. Also, you can check out Chris at Fast29 Network here on YouTube.com. Also, Fast29 on Twitter. He's got links over on his YouTube page. Go give him a look and go watch him tomorrow night as he competes in the final USORL NR2003 Wheel and Series race from Rockingham. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for my colleague Chris Pickett, I've been Joe Towanski. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checker. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the trials. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the ride and a wreckage behind him. Good cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux.
Oh, the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy